All right, welcome back to The Defining Moment, right here on Elevate TV. Always a pleasure having you this evening as we get to share about the truths of the gospel of Jesus Christ. And we listen to very powerful testimonies. Sometimes you think you're going through a lot of tough things. Yet when you listen to another testimony, you realize there's so much grace that God has bestowed upon you. And you're in a better place. And so we pray that the Lord will continue speaking to you, and more importantly, that the grace will be sufficient as you keep trusting God for what He has for you. I am with Pastor Johan Kim, right here in Kenya. We call him Yohana Kimani.
Yes.
He's a PK, and he mentioned that he just kept going. He finds himself in trouble, says, I don't want to do this. He finds himself there again. Mm-hmm. But we thank God, because when you realize imekwisha,
True.
that was the beginning of a new life.
True.
For you.
Yes, that is correct.
And so eventually, how did you become a missionary? Because you never wanted to be one.
Right. Actually, my dream was to become a soldier in America.
Ah, okay.
Yes, and I think there was also a lot of America, influence. Like how people, they join the army, they join military.
Right.
And so I also really didn't have any hope in my life. So I think I was also just thinking in line in that.
Right.
And so I wasn't really interested in this field, but one day I attended that IYF camp during the summer every year. Mm. And so one year, the founder of this IYF organization, Reverend Oksu Park,
yes,
he preached on the last day. He preached about Peter, and then he spoke about, "I will make you into a fishers of men." As I was listening to that, I'm not a good listener of preachings.
Okay,
and I'm just thinking something else and like that. But that word just struck my heart. Right. I will. That part really struck my heart. Mm. I will
make you.
Yes, I will. So I was thinking, I will? Mm-hmm. Jesus is telling me I will. If Jesus says I will, then He is the one who is going to make me. So even though I don't try, right now I'm not interested in becoming a pastor or missionary. So, okay, God, if you said I will, then I won't do anything. I'll just do what I'm supposed to do, go to college, university, or whatever. And then if this is the will of God, then even tomorrow, you will make me into a fisher of men. Even when I become 40, you will make me. Even if it's when my hair is gray, you will make me. I don't know when, but you will make me.
Wow.
I received that word as a promise in my heart, and I just lived my life. And then I happened to go to Korea. Actually, to be more specific, I was in the university. And then Reverend Oksu Park, who is also my grandfather,
yes,
he told me, hey, so what are you doing after the university? I don't know. And he said, why don't you move back to Korea? So I lived in the States all my school education, right. And he told me to come back. So I went to Korea, and he said, now what are you going to do? I don't know, I came because you told me to come. Why don't you join the military service? Because I'm already a resident in America, so right. I didn't really have to do my military service in Korea, but my grandfather told me to. Okay. So I said, okay, then I'll go to military.
All right.
And then after military, now what are you going to do? I'm not sure. And so then, why don't you come to a missionaries school and receive missionaries training? I said, okay. All right. And so when I saw my life, I was just led and received the guidance, in the church. And then I didn't know. I was just having a counseling together with our pastor. And then he said, do you know Africa? I was like, yeah, I know Africa. Do you like Africa? I said, no, I don't like Africa. Because until that time, I didn't know anything about Africa. I didn't know anything about Kenya. Yeah. I never thought about Africa. I thought because I'm already from America, so I thought maybe I'll go to America because we also have many churches over there. Yes. And maybe do the ministry over there in America. But all of a sudden, he told me, do you know Africa? I don't know. Do you like Africa? I don't like Africa. I never thought about Africa. And then he told me, why don't you go to Kenya? I said, okay.
Wow. You are saying okay to many things.
Yes.
You're being led.
Yes.
And you keep saying yes.
Yes.
Wow. So you said yes.
Yes. I
I'll
just
go
said
to
yes.
Kenya.
And then I asked him, that time I was single. Yes. And then he told me, I asked him, then when should I go to Kenya? He said, tomorrow. So I looked for the
my.
ticket, and then the ticket for tomorrow and the day after tomorrow had a difference about 70,000 Kenya shillings. So when I told him, he said, okay, then go the next day.
Yeah.
So in 2 days, I packed my stuff and came. And then there was year 2009. And ever since then, I've been here doing the youth ministry.
So before you even
Yes.
getting into that, so you
Yes.
came to Kenya. Of course, what was your perception? Who did you meet? What was the agenda?
Yes, actually, we had already our church here.
Okay.
Yes, Good News Mission.
Right.
And then especially I was into a youth ministry. Yes, through that IYF NGO organization.
Right.
And then I was involved in that and did a lot of youth camps, youth workshops, and youth mindset training. And I think my major is in that,
That's
youth
true.
ministry, youth
Yes.
training.
How was it
Yes.
settling in Kenya, especially, being a resident of the US and South Korea? It's very different.
Mm-hmm.
How was it settling in?
Actually, now when I look back, I think I lived in Korea half 1/3 of my life.
All right.
In the US, another 1/3. Now Kenya, another 1/3.
Oh, great.
Yes, and I'm sorry to say this, but I don't even think about America.
Wow.
Yes, and the two countries that I love is Kenya and Korea. And I don't know any other country. Yes, maybe because my home is in Kenya that I
Yes.
love Kenya and I'm used to it.
Right.
But I visited the US a couple of times after that.
Yeah.
I couldn't really get used to it.
You didn't connect.
I like my
with-
home, Kenya.
You love your home, Kenya.
Yes.
We need to give you another home a village home in Murang'a or Nyeri.
Thank you,
because
thank
you're
you.
Kimani.
Thank you.
All right. So it's been a fulfilling 12 years
Yes.
working with the young people.
Yes.
What are the take homes, just working with the young people in Kenya?
I really see now 12 years. And so there are many youth whom I've been working with
All right.
12 years ago. Now, many of them have become a pastor.
Oh, great.
Yes.
Wow.
Now, many of them have become a pastor. Some of them I'm working together with them in my church in Nairobi.
Wow.
And some of them in other branch churches all over Kenya.
Amazing.
Yes, currently we have about 45 churches all over in Kenya.
Oh, great.
And these youth, now they grow up, imagine 12 years ago. So
Yeah.
now they grow up, they became a pastor, and they're doing the youth ministry and
Mm.
also running the church and also prison ministry and so many kind of activity in every corners of Kenya.
Amazing.
Yeah, so I go to Mombasa, I have a person to visit, I have a church to visit.
Wow.
You go to Kisumu, I have a church to visit. You go to
Migori.
Migori, I have a church to visit.
Yes.
Everywhere, all over.
Amazing.
Yes.
So did you meet your wife while you were in Kenya?
In Korea.
In Korea?
Yes, yes.
So when you went back, of course.
Yes, I went back.
All right.
And I got married.
All right.
And I came as 2-in-1.
So you came back with your wife.
Yes.
And your kids have been born here.
Yes, my 2 children, they're all born here.
Wow.
Yes.
Amazing.
Yes.
So Pastor Kim,
Yes.
you have spoken very passionately about education
Yes.
and why it is important to instill the right education for our children.
Yes.
You can just share a bit about that.
Yes, I am also in education.
Yes.
Now being in Kenya for 12 years, I was an assistant, but now I am a senior pastor here in Nairobi,
Right.
and also the chairman of the whole institution. And under that institution, currently we have Good News Mission, and also we have 2 schools.
Right.
One is Mahanaim International High School,
Right.
and the other is Mahanaim College. And as I was involved in this education sector also for now 12 years, one thing that I have realized is that academic is also very important, but also spiritual and mindset training of the young people is also very important.
Right.
Without spiritual and mindset training of our young children, and then academic is also nothing. I really want to say that, and I can boldly say that.
Right.
Yes, because what eventually really controls our heart and our life is not academic.
Right.
It is the way we think,
That's
the way we see, the way we hear, the way we believe in our heart. In one word, we call that a mindset.
Yes.
Depending on what kind of mindset we have, we can be given a knife. We can use that knife to cook for our children.
Right.
We can use the knife and to hurt other people.
That's true.
Now, that is the mindset. But nowadays, I'm hearing a lot of news about what is happening to our Kenya children. And 2 weeks ago, one sister came to me and then told me the difficulties that she was having about her child. Her child was class 8, and he did not want to go back to school. But she couldn't say anything because he did not want to go to school because his friends are keep on introducing him to drugs. And if he doesn't do it, he's just outcast, like isolated. Hey, you're just a fool. You can't do this. You're not a man.
You're weak.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that's why he was so much pressured by that. And he was so difficult and he did not want to go to school.
Right.
So when I see all these things, what is happening, not only that, they're burning the school, killing their own teacher, and the drug, and their early pregnancy, and all these. And we believe that it is not academic what is able to change that.
True.
Academic is very important for our future, yes. But when we eat food, we should not only eat ugali,
Yeah.
we should eat vegetable,
That's
fruits, calcium, protein, vitamins. We should eat equally altogether.
True.
In the same way, our children should really grow up having all those things equally. And we believe that not only having the academic, if they also have spiritual and also mindset program considered
Right.
as important as any other academic. Because when you go to many secondary school, primary school, yes, academic is considered very important, but spiritual and mindset aspect is also considered very lightly.
True.
Many times it can be canceled. Many times it can be thrown out. Exam is more important.
That's
But
right.
what's the point of having an examination and going a good university if later on that education can be also used to hurt other people?
It's not right.
That's why in order for our youth to grow successfully, we believe that academic is important, but please consider spiritual aspects and mindset counseling and guidance aspect as equally important as academic.
That's right.
And then I can guarantee and that all of our children can be a great leaders in this whole world.
That's true.
Yes.
Lovely. We need to finish. Our
Yes.
time is up.
Yes.
I want you to speak to a young person
Yes.
who's watching you today, or even parents. Just speak what God has put in your heart in their lives.
Thank you very much for this great opportunity to speak to whole Kenya.
Right.
And to our young people growing up also here in Kenya. Our life is all about how we see about ourselves and also our life. And I hope all of you can see your life and also see this nation and also see your family with the eyes of Jesus Christ. If you see through the eyes of Jesus Christ, there's always hope, joy, and happiness in your life. And I encourage all of you, don't just attend service at home, attend service in the church and mingle together and listen to the word. That word will grow inside of your heart and also will help you so that you can see everything with the eyes of Jesus Christ. I hope all of you can have hope, happiness, and thankfulness. And if you don't know how to, always tune into this program,
Yes.
and so that you can also learn about that as well. Thank you so much.
All right. Thank you so much, Pastor Johan. Very wise words and encouragement. And just good hearing your story, knowing that sometimes we are clueless, we don't know where we are headed to, but I will. I
Yes.
like that.
Yes.
Because he has said it, he will do it.
Yes.
And he will do it in his right time.
Right.
So God bless you. Wish you well with your family, with the mission right here in Nairobi and all the churches that you pastor. May the Lord do you well.
Thank you so much.
And then we get you a home in Murang'a, right?
Thank you.
All right, Pastor Johanna Kimani, or Pastor Johan Kim from Good News Missions, originally from South Korea, but this is his home and he loves it, sharing his testimony and just sharing counsel and wisdom to us right here in the defining moment. Thank you very much for joining us. Till next week, God bless you.